All right, Fleet Fix Mobile Truck Repair versus Aaron Flood, 2503184. Okay, ma'am, your name? All right, can you spell your last name?
H-R-A, B as in boy, N as in Nancy, I-C-K.
Wait a minute. H-R-A-B. Yeah, okay.
I-C-K-Y.
Rabinkie. Okay, and your name?
What?
I already told you what I said. I know him. He actually did work for me at my house about 10 years ago. Cutting grass or something, right? Wasn't that about 10 or 12 years ago? So anyway, if you want me to get out of the case, I will. If you don't, I'm going to hand it. This question is whether or not I'm biased for or against. I'm not biased for or against anybody. So, but I'll be glad to answer any questions concerning my relationship with him if you'd like. And you can feel free to fire away and I won't take any of that personally. Do you have any questions?
No.
And you don't have a problem with me handling it?
No, sir.
By proceeding in the small claims division, each of you are giving up certain rights. You're giving up the right to a trial. You're giving up the right to appeal my decision. You're giving up the right to hire a lawyer. In plaintiff, you're giving up the right to seek in excess of $6,500. Do you understand that, Ms. Rabinkie? And do you understand that, Mr. Flood? Do you wish to give up those rights and proceed here, Ms. Rabinkie? Mr. Flood?
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you a question, though. What is your position at Fleet Fix?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so you have personal knowledge of the facts and circumstances of this case. Do you have any other witnesses here? Any other witnesses here?
Thank you.
Raise your right hands. Solemnly swear affirm under the penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got. Ma'am?
Yes.
Sir?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and tell me why you're suing for $1,021.53.
So Aaron was discharged on June 16th. My boss, who is the owner of the company, reversed payroll for hours worked June 8th through June 14th that would have deposited into his bank on the 20th.
Wait a minute. He was discharged the 16th. He was good, do a check on June 20th. You just said that the office, oh, I see. So why would it be reversed hours between June 8th and June 14th?
Because my boss thought that there was an outstanding laptop and passwords that needed to be returned. So I rectified the situation.
Wait a minute, wait. All right, so go ahead.
So on June 19th, I let Aaron know that I was going to cut a local draft to pay him for the hours worked June 8th through June 14th, plus the hours that he worked on his last day, June 16th, plus a reimbursement that he would have owed for gasoline.
So you were gonna cut a check for the hours worked between June 8 and 14.
Was to cover the payroll that got reversed.
Right, and how much was that? Just those dates first.
The check total was $1,182.88, which covered $1,021.53 for the 8th through the 14th.
$1,021.53, okay?
Balance was for the 1 day work, June 16th, plus a gas reimbursement.
How much was the day work June 16th worth? The point is, what you're trying to tell me is it's $161 roughly, give or take a few cents. It's actually $161.35 that Mr. Flood earned for his work on June 16th plus the amount that was owed in gas, right? Okay, so then what happened?
So on June 20th, his father picked up the check. Per his request, he wanted his father to pick up the check, so his father picked up the check. He deposited that check. Then on July 2nd, I received an email from our payroll service that the reversal was denied because the customer advised it wasn't authorized, it was improper, it was ineligible. So our payroll service paid his bank back $1,021.53.
Say that again.
Sure. So on June 2nd, or July 2nd, I'm sorry, I received an email from our payroll service saying that the reimbursed deposit was denied,
And that reimbursed deposit amount was for,
$1,021.53,
because,
because Aaron had, submitted something through his bank advising that it wasn't authorized, it was improper or ineligible. So with that.
wait a minute. Submitted something through his bank that indicated that what was ineligible. Okay, so they went ahead and they were gonna they wanted to reimburse.
Unreversed, the reversal, basically.
Okay. And did they reverse the reversal?
They did. And they sent me an email saying I would have to recover that monies from Aaron, and they said that they emailed him as well. So he was effectively paid twice for his hours worked June 8th through June 14th.
Do you agree with that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, tell me.
So when I started at Fleet Fix, I was promised 40 hours PTO. And then it would be paid out after full 90 days work. I worked there over 90 days. When they withdrew the money out of my account, it came from a separate company. It did not come from Fleet Fix Mobile Truck Repair. As well as when I disputed it,
PTO. What does that mean?
paid time off.
Okay, so they agreed to pay you some paid time off after 90 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that check came from a separate company.
No, when they went to pull the money out of my account, it came out of it.
Okay,
So that's why it got disputed.
Gusto handles our payroll.
who does?
Gusto, I don't actually deposit money into the employee's bank accounts. Money goes to Gusto. Gusto does the deposits for me.
This is a mouthful, kind of. Initially, your boss told you to reverse the payment that was made between June 8 and June 14th because this young man had a password and a laptop that needed to be returned, right?
Your Honor, I did not. The laptop's still up.
Okay. And then you cut him a separate check, right?
Yes.
And that check amount was for 1182.88. And and he cashed that check, right? And you kept the money from that check, right?
Yes, Your
And then that included not only the 8th through the 14th, but it included the work he performed on the day he was discharged, June 16th, and gas reimbursement for that date, or for what he was owed in gas reimbursement, for a total of 161.35, bringing the total from 1182.88, right? His dad picked up that check on June 20th, right?
Yes.
That's the check he took back that was deposited, right?
Yes.
Now, you're telling me this payroll services company that does your payroll for you said that he shouldn't have been paid between June 8th and June 14th, right?
No, the payroll service doesn't determine that. What the payroll service told me was, I have the email, that he had disputed the reversal. And so they were paying the money back to his bank. And I had to pay Gusto the amount.
Did you get that second check?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you did get second check from them.
Yes, that should have been 40 hours of PTO that so.
Your Honor, the check clearly stated on it what it was for, and he wasn't owed PTO because he hadn't successfully completed his probationary period because he was on a performance improvement plan. And per our manual, we don't even pay out PTO if you get fired. But the check clearly stated what the check was for.
All right, let's slow down one more second.
Sure.
What day did you start there?
Started February 14th.
And you get entitled to PTO for after 90 days of how much? 1 week salary. Is that 90 working days or is that 90 days period? Would have to be 90 working days, right?
So,
I'm-
And how many days did he work?
He had not completed. He was close, but he, like I said, he did successfully complete it because he was on a performance improvement. Which I have a copy of that. so-
What does that mean? They had an issue with his work
Yes.
and they notified him that to him when?
The performance improvement plan was, the meeting was on May 28th.
Do you have the copy of that letter?
Yes.
Can I see it? So we're really down to everything aside as to whether or not he's owed for PTO, right? We all agree with that?
That's what it sounds like to me, sir.
Is that right?
yes, Your Honor.
I also have our manual already. So,
No, I've also got state Michigan wage hour,
From who?
Michigan wage hour,
Okay.
stating that money was owed me, and it was paid in full.
You agree that the PTO is after 90 days work and they're entitled to 1 week salary?
Yes, if they completed their.
Right. And how many days did he complete? Can you tell me?
I can,
And are all employees on probation for the first 90 working days?
yes,
Why are you writing down period of time unauthorized deductions, June 23?
So they did not inform me that they were gonna be taking money out of my account. I was informed about the withdrawal out of my account until the bank informed me about it.
Do you have proof of some kind that you worked 90 days?
Yes, I did.
Okay, let me see that.
Actually, Your Honor, I apologize, I did not, because I do not have. I was not given my employee handbook to start the company. Apologize, yeah.
Do you have proof that he didn't work 90 days?
other than the fact that he had not successfully completed it because he was on a performance improvement plan. And then our manual states that if you get discharged, you don't get PTO.
Yeah, but what if he worked 90 working days and then he was
He
discharged?
still wasn't entitled. Even if he had the PTO, he wasn't entitled to be paid it out because our manual says you don't get paid PTO if you're discharged.
Do you have that manual? Let me see that.
I wrote the pages on it. That's.
Which page?
On the front, there's 3 different.
I know, I was hoping you could direct me to a page.
Page 11 is one of the pages. I hand wrote on the very front. There, the.
Okay. This. It does say that when a disciplinary dismissal occurs, the employee will receive any remaining earned pay and unused benefits will not be paid due to damages and undue burden to the company.
You're not gonna be waiting now, they went through it and it's stated that I got,
I'm sorry, say that again.
that's the statement I got back from Michigan Wage and Hour. That was for, failed paid time off. Wow.
Um. You filled this out, right?
Yes,
Pardon?
yes, Your Honor.
Where was there a finding that they said you were entitled to this, though?
Give me 1 second, Your Honor.
Did you ever receive a finding saying that he was entitled to this, the company?
She's saying that he had said that things were squared away, basically. I did not get anything saying.
Yeah, oh, I apologize, Your Honor, that's right.
So they didn't really. They didn't really rule in your favor, though. They said Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity Wage and Hour Division's records indicate payment has been made, which satisfies a portion of your claim. The balance of your claim has been closed per your withdrawal. Why couldn't they have been looking at that and saying it was essentially paid twice, and then you call them up and say, hey, I want to file this claim, and you got their money twice, and now you withdraw the rest.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know that wasn't very artfully stated. You agree you got paid twice, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay, so the question is whether you deserve the second check. You filed the complaint, and it looks like they somehow determined that you were paid in a portion of what you were claiming, and that then you told them forget the rest. How do I know that isn't on the amount that you should not have been paid if you weren't entitled to PTO?
Your Honor, I talked to them on the phone. I had told them that they would attribute money on my account. I disputed it and give it back. They said that all monies were paid by then. That's what I was told by my sheet wage.
But you got it twice. I'm gonna give you a chance to tell me why I'm wrong, and I could be wrong, but it sounds like you got paid twice and you weren't entitled to PTO to me,
Yeah,
at least according to the handbook.
you got paid for 40 straight hours and 6.52 overtime hours. So even if we owed the PTO, which we didn't, based on the manual, it was still more than 40 hours and he was paid twice.
Your Honor, I've also got right here the messages that this is the only time I was notified that they would be taking money out of my account, was once they got notified that I had disputed it.
That's not true.
Okay, let me see it. Let me see what you have.
Then I've also got threats with, we got messages that we go through my pay as well.
June 19th, I notified him that I was cutting a check for that reimbursement. And he gave me permission to check his data on June 20th.
Wait one second.
Yes, here's the-
Wait. Looking at this young man, and I'm seeing that according to this book, you weren't entitled to PTO. And it seems like that's what all that this comes down to at this point. I'm not saying the dismissal was or wasn't warranted. But they make clear an employee may be dismissed at any time for any reason, but usually for disciplinary reasons at the sole and absolute discretion of management. I mean, you're clearly an at-will employee. In case of dismissal, your company may at its sole discretion give some notice if it's intent to dismiss an employee, but the company is not required to give any such notice. This is consistent with management's intent to follow the doctrine of employment at will. When a disciplinary dismissal occurs, the employee will receive any remaining earned pay, which you got, and unused benefits will not be paid. No. I mean, I don't have any signature from anybody here. This is the employee handbook. How do I know that he got this?
Everybody's given it, and then there's also a copy that is on board, for rehab, all of our required postings.
I mean, you just probably hang it like this, right?
Yep.
You don't separate out by page the 39 pages and post them across the board, right?
No, it's just like,
And you are 100% convinced he didn't work 90 business days.
You're on that pay stubs that I show that I did work 90 days.
There's a day, let me ask you, in this employee manual, if somebody's, let's say it's Christmas Day as an example, and they don't work, is that considered a work day? Let me just check the thing, please. Let me ask you a question. When they get to 90 work days, they're not dismissed. What happens? They have to come in and say, hey, can I have my PTO check?
yeah, no, because generally people will request those days off, because they've been 5 days to use between then and their next anniversary day as a vacation, paid time off, they're not following. But we have a meeting to discuss.
If you want to run home and get your documents and come back with them,
I don't have a.
I don't think, I'm not saying that even if you have proof of 90 days that I can give you this money. I'll let you go get it if you want.
You're on, we haven't spoken. I have the pay stubs, because they have removed the pay stubs out of the account, Gusto. So I do not have pay stubs from at all working at Defendant. I have bank statements from. Payroll.
You are under oath. You're swearing under oath. You checked and double checked this, and he did not work 90 business days.
And like I said, even if he hadn't successfully completed it, because he was on the verge of getting fired.
I got it. I got it. So in a way, it's just paying them to take a vacation, right?
It's giving them vacation days, yes.
Young man,
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. We just cannot rule in your favor. Judgment for plaintiff. Now we can set up something. Can you pay this, or do you want to set up a payment plan? And you have a check with you?
I do not understand.
You have any problem with him going to get a check, bringing it back, handing it to you, and then we'll agree to do a dismissal order? Okay. Linda, I want to make sure that that happens. You go run home, get a check, and bring that back. And then I will make sure that I do a, Linda, have them do a dismissal order, a stipend order to dismiss, please, okay?
Okay,
Thank you. Philip Trevino versus Mariah Stennett, 2502959. And I want to make sure you guys get your paperwork back when you come back up here, okay?
Yes, sir.